Young man, excuse me. Why, you're Synesius, aren't you?
Yes, Buddy Berrigan.
Oh, Mr. Berrigan, how do you do?
Hi.
I'm Paige Williams. I enjoyed your moments with Miss Harris. Tell me, is she still backstage?
Well, yes, at least she was a second ago. It's terrific that you're here. You really liked it?
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but there were that moment. Would you please tell her that I'd like to talk to her?
You would? Yeah, listen, I think she went back into the theater. I'll go get her. Just stay right here, okay?
Oh, Miss Harris, how lovely to meet you. I'm Paige Williams, and I must tell you, I never saw a finer marina.
Well, thank you. I'm really glad.
I see from the program note that you come from the Middle West.
Yes, Topeka, Kansas. I've only been in New York since the summer.
So this is your first production?
Yeah, the critics don't like it, but I'm just so happy to be working.
Miss Harris, I'm in the management business, and I'd like very much to talk to you. Are you free for supper?
Now?
Yeah.
I'm afraid I have an appointment that I really can't break. How about tomorrow, first thing in the morning?
Then let's make it for lunch.
That would be fantastic.
Do you know the Cafe Budapest?
Believe it or not, I do. They have that great caviar.
Mm-hmm, that's the place. See you at 12:30?
Fine.
Good night.
Good night.
Until tomorrow.
Miss Williams, Miss Harris is here.
Thank you, George. Oh, Kimberly, how delightful to see you again.
Thank you. I'm sorry I'm late.
As a matter of fact, 2 minutes early. Do you like champagne?
I love champagne.
A bottle of number 57, please, George.
And very chilled.
Right you are. You know, when I was your age and an aspiring actress, I thought it was de rigueur to be half an hour late for everything. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Bad manners and bad business. Always be on time. They don't expect it of you, so you have an immediate advantage.
I'll remember that. But you weren't just an aspiring actress. You had 3 wonderful seasons on Broadway and 2 films, and then you gave it up to become personal manager.
Now, how did you discover that in the past 12 hours?
Was it that obvious that I didn't know who you were?
Yes, patently.
That's awful.
Oh, no, on the contrary. It's rather refreshing to find somebody in this business who doesn't think they know everything.
But I was trying to pretend.
Mm-hmm. Well, for your information, the tip-off came when you politely but firmly refused my supper invitation.
If I'd have known what it could mean to my career, I'd have broken that appointment.
Oh, absolutely.
Buddy tried to tell me backstage.
You're Synesius?
Yes.
Oh.
You didn't like him?
Oh, he's a very attractive young man.
As Synesius?
Ah, we haven't come here to discuss your fellow actors.
I'd like to know what you thought of the performance.
Well, I think not. Ah, George, your timing is impeccable. Excellent. I never deal with negatives unless I have control. And therefore, I will tell you what I felt was wrong with your performance only.
You tell me the good things, too?
Oh, with great pleasure. And it's a long list. Thank you. Delicious. Oh, you are a joy on stage. Do you know that, Kimberly? Oh, you have some work to do, but it's only technical. I mean, honing and polishing and buffing away the raw edges. But, oh, the gift is there. And in my opinion, it's formidable. Here is to a long and distinguished career.
Thank you. I hope so much it happens.
It will if you want it to. Oh, you can take my word for that.
I want it now. But sometimes people change and they can't help themselves.
That's true.
Is that what happened with you?
I was ill. I spent 3 months in the hospital and then 6 months recuperating at home. And when I got back on my feet, all my perspectives had changed. I went into production, and then I directed several things. Then I discovered that people and the parts of their lives was most interesting of all. My perceptions were excellent, and I had a keen sense of who could do what. And then one morning, I woke up, and I discovered that, at least half a dozen people relied on me for advice and moral support and general representation. It was like suddenly having a family of brilliant and beautiful children. Oh, I love that. I love it even now.
Do you have a sense of what I can do?
Oh, indeed I do.
Can you tell me what's going to happen next?
Well, I can tell you what should happen. You should meet the top Broadway producers. Well, I don't mean making rounds, a proper introduction. And then you should see the most important casting directors and the network people here in New York. And then after 2 or 3 days putting together an appropriate wardrobe, a week's trip to the coast where you do this whole thing all over again.
Wow.
That constitutes being discovered.
But it's impossible. I don't even know where to begin.
Mm-hmm. Which is why you need representing, darling, and why we are having lunch.
You want to represent me?
I certainly do.
Well, that's just incredible. I don't even know how to thank you.
Oh, no, wait, not so fast.
I don't understand.
Oh, you mustn't rush things like this.
But why not? You're the best personal manager in the business, and all your clients are famous and rich and working and happy. If you want to represent me, I'd be insane to say no.
You would be insane to say yes without reading the contract and thinking about it.
Well, I've thought about it already, and I can read the contract right now.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
Why?
Well, I haven't got one with me.
Oh.
Oh, you do have an extraordinary face. George, could I have a telephone, please?
Oh, but of course.
I'll call the office and they'll type out a contract and bring it over here before dessert. Thank you very much.
Really, Miss Williams,
Paige.
Paige, I don't need to think about it, and I don't want to read anything. I know.
Oh, don't you say another word. You're going to take that contract home, and you are going to read it, and then we'll meet again tomorrow morning. And at when? Would you be here in time for 3 coffees? Yes, I was at that reception. How amazing of you to remember.
Well, you had a special quality. It stuck in my mind.
Oh, Kimberly, you do surround yourself with the most intriguing people.
I guess that's because I'm an heiress.
Right down to brass tacks.
May I ask if this is a social visit, Miss Williams?
Well, I don't really know what you would call it. My thinking's been a little fuzzy since this afternoon. I had a strange experience today. For the first time, a potential client turned me down.
Well, I think it's time we break out the Irish all around.
Oh, no, don't be embarrassed. I'm not, but I do have regrets. And one is your misunderstanding my remark about the wooded fortune.
I think I understood it perfectly.
No, I offered to represent you because of your talent. Oh, I had some ideas about publicity, but it was you, not the money. How would you like to handle my case for me here?
Kimberly, I think you've just received an apology, the genuine article.
Thank you.
Good. Then we're friends again?
Miss Williams, I was wondering,
no. If I decided to change my mind, no, I don't negotiate.
Here we are, everybody. Drinks on the house.
Thank you, Don.
Thank you.
Well, Slunsha.
Oh, I adore sophisticated behavior, and this is splendid. Ooh.
It's the genuine article. I save it for people who'll appreciate it.
It's great, but it's a little strong for me. I don't think I'll be able to finish the rest of it.
Well, listen, one sip's plenty for you, young lady.
Especially in light of your appointment tomorrow. Oh, well, I'm sorry, I must be fuzzy. Haven't I told you?
Told me what? I don't have an appointment tomorrow.
Oh, yes, you do. Anticipating your signing on the dotted line, I made arrangements for you to, tomorrow morning, see Free Douglas.
You didn't really. Well, that's a big advertising agency. Even I know who they are. See them why?
A commercial, darling, made for you.
Miss Williams, I'm not certain
no.
if
Since I got them fired up about her, she might as well do the audition anyway. No charge. I can't believe that I said that. Here you are, and now don't be late.
Is it a big?
National network commercial.
I don't even know what to say.
Oh, thank you's quite enough.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I enjoyed that.
I think that was a very generous thing of you to do.
Yes, I know, and I enjoyed it anyhow.
I must say, I think Kim must have had a very fierce struggle resisting a woman like you.
Oh, your son helped, too. I'm far too pragmatic for either one of them.
You know what I think? I think there are a lot of things that are wasted on the young.
Oh, well, I'd like to hear more about that.
All right, I'll tell you more about that.
Hello, everyone. Kimberly.
Hi.
John. Who is this, darling?
And this is my wife, Maeve.
Oh, May Ryan, I've heard such lovely things about you during your son's various campaigns.
Oh, thank you. I've heard of you, too. I hope that's our best, John.
Oh, our very best.
Oh, it's marvelous. The whole place is marvelous.
Oh, we think so. Go on with your conversation. I didn't mean to interrupt. He's a grand talker.
Now I know where your son gets all his remarkable knowledge of words.
Oh, yes, from my remarkable husband.
Oh, come
That's
on.
right.
Thank you again for this. I'll let you know what happens.
Well, I'm sure they'll call me right after you've left their office.
Okay.
Goodbye, Kimberly.
Bye.
sweetheart. Good luck.
Thanks.
What fun if she were your client and mine.
Well, if you want to strike out a few clauses of the contract, I'm sure we can work something out.
A very charming man. I must be going. I hope we meet again.
Oh, please, drop by any time. I guarantee you'll see me here.
And I keep very special people in my mind, too. Take care.
We will.
Goodbye, Miss Williams.
Goodbye, all.
Goodbye. Take
Yes,
care of
bye-bye
yourself.
again.
Bye.
Well, that was interesting.
Oh.
Very interesting.